Alright guys, I want to talk about the Pokemon Sword and Shield expansion pass here. Which I was hoping to get this out sooner, but uh, I wanted to watch a complete playthrough of the Crown Tundra stuff first. And when it came out, I actually forgot about it for a while, and then didn't have time to get around to it until the other day, actually. But I've seen a lot of people really heaping praise on this DLC and saying that, oh, it saves Sword and Shield. I think that's going way too far. Now, I will admit that I think the DLC was a step up from the base game, which, to be fair, is a pretty low bar to get over, but still, I do think it was a step in the right direction. I gave my thoughts on the Isle of Armor stuff a little bit, sort of in passing, in the last Pokemon video I did. But overall, both sections, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, I think they did add in some good things to the games. They added in some post game content, which previously there was none. So, that in and of itself is an improvement just to have something there. Uh, they addressed a few of the issues I had with the base games, but unfortunately, not most of them. I complained about the some of the Gigantamax forms being event exclusive and through the whole wild area news or whatever it's called. Uh, had to get them through the raids and shit. I thought that was really dumb. They addressed that for the most part with the Max Soup stuff from the Isle of Armor, except for Gigantamax Melmetal, because they just can't help themselves. But that was mostly addressed. The Crown Tundra added in the ability patch. I think that's what it's called. The thing that lets you switch to your Pokemon's hidden ability, which is frankly something that they should have added in a generation or two ago. So that's another quality of life improvement to add on to the several other quality of life things that they already added in the base game. So again, that's a good feature that was long overdue. And personally, this is more subjective, but I tend to like a lot of or pretty much all of the new designs that they added in for new Pokemon. Except for the Gigantamax stuff, I don't care. Pretty much all the Gigantamaxes fucking suck. A few of them are decent, but the new ones for the Galar starters that they added in the DLC, all those suck. But the new designs for the new legendary Pokemon, the new designs for the regional variants, the Slowpoke and his evolutions, Calyrex and his horses, the Galarian legendary birds, I liked all those. Especially the birds. I think those three are probably the best designs we've gotten this entire gen. Those are just fantastic. I like all three of those a lot. And beyond that, the thing that I can probably give them the highest praise for in this expansion pass is actually the map design. Especially compared to the wild area in the base game, which was basically just a big fuck field with not very much in it. Both the Isle of Armor and especially the Crown Tundra did a much better job with their maps. You actually had some areas to explore. You had a few caves and things. No real deep fleshed out dungeons or anything, but again, a step up from anything that was in Galar proper. So I think they did a much better job with that. Now, as for the downside of the DLC stuff, the new human characters they introduced, I thought all of them they were about as likable as the human characters they added in the base game, which by that I mean they weren't likable at all and you pretty much wanted to just punch them all in the face. So I didn't care for any of those people. And the big issue here is that, of course, when they did add in some new stuff, it wasn't anything that I can say shouldn't have been in the game to begin with. I feel like charging people $30 extra on top of the 60 that you're already paying for this, which I know, it went up because of the platform change and all that. I don't give a fuck. You're being out $90 for this altogether, not counting the cost of 2 different subscriptions for 2 different fucking cloud-based services that has features that, again, should have been in the base game to begin with. You're paying all this money for stuff that should have been in the game and was added later, should have been in the game and was plucked out to put into their little cloud apps, and stuff that should be in the game and still fucking isn't, even after all the updates. We still don't have the fucking national decks. We still don't have all the Pokemon in the game. We still don't have Mega Evolutions. We still don't have Z moves. We're still missing a ton of just the regular moves that they took out of the game. There's so much content that's still missing from these when you're paying a much higher price compared to last gen, that it's overall just still not worth it, in my opinion. Now, I've watched complete playthroughs of the base game and both DLC packs, and there's nothing in it that has changed my mind or made me want to go out and buy this, even with the physical release that actually has the DLC on the cartridge, which out of principle I do appreciate, even if I have no intention to actually buy it myself. I am glad that they did that, just, for the inner physical copy lover in me. But I still have no reason to purchase these games, which is a big deal coming from someone like me who normally goes out and buys both versions on day one of any Pokemon game. But I still feel that this entire generation has just been an abortion, has been a complete failure in everything it was supposed to be. We were promised that this gen was going to be something that longtime players can really appreciate and can, dive into and really enjoy, and it's just not what we ended up getting. It just isn't. Now, next month, we are going to have the 25th anniversary of the franchise, and I'm sure they're going to be announcing a bunch of shit that's going to be coming out later this year. Probably new main series games. I can't imagine they're going to let a big anniversary like that go by without releasing new main series titles. Now, whether they're Diamond Pearl remakes or Let's Go 2 or whatever else the fuck they want to come out with, I still have no faith that it's going to end up being the quality level that it should be. I feel that they're going to be completely incapable of releasing anything at the quality level that they should until there's some sort of drastic changes just in the structure of how things are released, in the scheduling of how things are released. With the current environment, there is little to no chance of us ever getting another proper, complete, quality Pokemon game, in my opinion. Which makes me very sad to say. And I know I sound like a broken record saying this because I've been saying the same bullshit for like the last year, but, year and a half. But it's just how it is. And they still have absolutely no incentive whatsoever to change the way they're doing things when they can pinch out a turd like this and still get over 20 million in sales. So, overall, the expansion pass did help, but it didn't help nearly enough. And ultimately, I'm still very much black-pilled about the future of this franchise. But anyway, I guess that's all I got to say. So, lots of luck to you and yours.